Hello, I'm going to talk to you today about crystal balls. My name's Philip, I'm the crystal healer, and I've been working with crystals for many years, over a quarter of a century. And if you like videos like this one, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment or share this video on social media. Crystal balls. Amazingly beautiful things. And people have an image of them as being sort of looked into by someone maybe at the end of the pier. And that does happen. And it's called scrying. And scrying is basically crystal ball reading. Look into a crystal ball and you see images. And anyone can do it. It's actually really simple. So if you just take a crystal ball, hold it, sit still with it for a few minutes and just look at one point. And you'll find that images will start to come in your mind. You might find images are actually inside the crystal ball. And some people see this as sort of like almost line drawings. And other people see like cartoons, almost like, you know, those kids' books that you just flick through the pages yourself. One and then another image. And other people see almost a photographic image. And then some people see a movie directed by Steven Spielberg with lights and all sorts of things going on. I don't know why different people see it in different ways, but that's not important. The important thing is that anyone can do it and anyone can see images. The difficult bit is interpreting what the images mean. But as I said, all you need to do is sit quietly with a crystal ball, look into it, and those images will start to come to you. Another thing that you can do with crystal balls that's really good is meditation. Meditation's similar, but with a different focus. So rather than keeping the images, this time you want to lose the images. Now, if you look into the crystal ball and you start to get any thoughts or images, then just let that image actually float away. Imagine it just floating out of that crystal ball, just disappearing. And then go back to focusing back into the crystal ball. And again, as that image comes, thought comes, just imagine it disappearing. You can see it disappearing into the mist of the crystal ball, if you like. Keep doing that with one thought after another until your mind's completely clear. At that point in time, you're in a state of meditation, in a meditative state. They're really good for space clearing as well. So if you're in any environment where there are discordant energies, and some of those energies sort of, you know that feeling that you sometimes get that you walk into a room and you can cut the air with a knife. You can cut the atmosphere. Crystal balls are great in removing that. If you just put a crystal ball into that sort of space, it will just absorb the energy. It will just absorb all that negative stuff in the air. Just take the crystal ball, wash it just under a tap, running water over it. Now wash all that negative energy away and pop it back in the space again. And if you just keep doing that for a few days, you'll find that the energy in the space just feels better. People will have less arguments. It's really good if you've got squabbling siblings. Just put a crystal ball in the room. Just let it pick up that energy and you'll find that they just calm down over a few days. Bit of crystal magic. Crystal balls are wonderful for space clearing. They're also great for distant healing. So you can imagine that you're just sending out healing from the crystal ball. It's round, it's sending out that energy in all directions, absolutely everywhere. Just think, focus on anyone that needs healing, anyone you know. Anyone who could do with a bit of extra energy, a bit of boost. Maybe someone who's unwell in hospital, or just someone who's feeling down in the dumps. And just let that energy flow from the crystal ball, just flow out to them. If you want to, you can imagine them inside the crystal ball. Imagine them inside the crystal ball being healed by that energy. And they're also wonderful for earth healing. If you like sending energy to the planet, different areas of the planet where there might be a natural disaster or a man-made disaster. What better way of doing it than holding the planet in your hands and actually just sending that energy through to the planet? Just your own healing energy, just let it flow into the crystal ball, and that will take it to the planet. And finally, and perhaps what I think is one of the most useful things about a crystal ball, is that you can dump stuff, you can get rid of stuff. And lots of people find at the end of the day they get home, they're stressed. There's a phrase actually, isn't there, that you can't close the office door at the end of the day. And anyone who finds it difficult to close that office door at the end of the day, take a crystal ball. Imagine in your mind here, whoever it is or whatever it is that stressed you, anything you're worried about. And it doesn't matter if it's a good thing. If you've been working with a client and you're worried, you're still concerned about them, you've done everything you can do. Worry is the single most useless human activity there is. Turn that worry energy into really positive energy. Focus your mind on them. Imagine them going from your mind into the crystal ball, just disappearing into that crystal ball. And you can do the same thing with each client one by one, with anything that's worrying you, anything that's stressing you out. It can be financial stuff, it can be relationships, whatever it is. Just focus on your mind, see that going into the crystal ball and just disappearing into the crystal ball. And then take the crystal ball, wash it under a tap, let that water run all of that stuff away, run it down the sink, and just allow yourself to have a nice, peaceful evening. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. I look forward to seeing you again in my other videos soon.